Hello, 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 and welcome to Dolphin's Dive. You're watching Handelabra Games, in particular watching Dolphin's Dive, hosted by yours truly, Lou Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Handelabra Games right here on Twitch. You can follow me personally at LouDolphin21 on Twitter. Search for Lou Dolphin on YouTube, and on Twitch it's just Lou Dolphin. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available. Sorry, I'm trying to speak fast. For iOS, Android, PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always via good old analog cardboard and ink. You can get the game and more info at sentinelsdigital.com. I haven't memorized that yet. No, I have a cue card. It's right there. No, right there. I always just have to make sure that I say everything that's important and relevant. So yeah. Alright, so I do apologize for the slightly late start. I had to deal with some family situation that pushed this back an hour, but hopefully this will make for a more exciting stream. So I'm just gonna go right into it because of the delay. But the first game, as always, is something that I determined first, or I determined pre-stream. And I took a look at the heroes and villains and environments that I've played so far, and there are certainly many villains and environments that we've not played yet, because there are like at least 20 villains, and I think I've only played 17 games in these 6 streams. This is the 7th Dolphin's Dive, and there's certainly many environments that we've not tackled, but believe it or not, there's only one hero that I've not played yet. Out of all of these heroes, only one that I have not played on stream. And the hero itself is rather surprising because I play this hero quite frequently. I consider this to be a pretty awesome hero, and I'm surprised that that he or she has yet to come up as a hero. So I will leave it to the chat. I'll give you a minute before I pick the heroes to figure out what that hero is. Trivia time. And then there are many heroes that I've only played once. I've played like Chrono-Ranger like 5 times or something, so the answer to the question, who have I not played yet, is not Chrono-Ranger. I've played him many, many times, and I'm very good with Chrono-Ranger, but that's not the hero in question. But for the first game, I'm going to go with a collection of villain, environments, and heroes that I've not played yet. And the hero that I'm going to go with is Gloomweaver. And because it's Gloomweaver, we probably should just play him advanced, or not even advanced, ultimate, because he's sort of considered to be one of the easiest villains. He's already difficulty 1 in the digital game, and the advanced rule on his front side makes him immune to melee and projectile damage, and his challenge rule is that villain relics are indestructible. So we could make this a super fun game by taking heroes that can only do melee and projectile damage, like Legacy and Parse, and I forget what the last one was. I remember that there was a team of 3. Oh, it was Wraith. Legacy, Parse, and Wraith in Megalopolis against Gloomweaver. You're basically waiting until all 3 relics are in play for him to flip, and then on his flip side, he's no longer immune to melee and projectile. But you have to, of course, win the game at that point. But we're fighting Ultimate Gloomweaver, and the environment is going to be the Realm of Discord, because I believe that to be the thematic environment for Gloomweaver. And the 2 guesses so far for the hero that I've yet to play is Guys and Tempest, and that is not true. We played Santa Guys at least once. I believe that was a viewer's choice game with Santa Guys, and I also played one game with Guys and Mr. Fixer and Absolute Zero trying to induce Guys' shenanigan with Thermal Shockwave and Jack Handle, but that didn't work out. And Tempest has popped up at least once. Actually, he's popped up exactly once. He's one of the heroes that I've played only once, and so he's going to be featured in this game. And because I like Prime Wardens Tempest, we're going to play with Prime Wardens Tempest. Unity is one that I've played only once before, and this is another surprising one because I love Unity. And Unity against Advanced Gloomweaver is going to be interesting because Raptorbot, who is a normal nuke sort of bot, is not going to be able to touch Gloomweaver on his front side. So Raptorbot is slightly less valuable in this game. He can help clear out villain targets rather, that are not Gloomweaver, and not relics. such as zombies and pins. You thought it'd be funny because Tempest is my icon. True. Indeed. But nope, it's not Tempest. Although it is strange I've only played Tempest once. Tempest is one of my favorite heroes. Unity is one of my favorite heroes. Chrono-Ranger is also one of my favorite heroes, yet I seem to have played him too many times. Alright, and Skyscraper is one that I've played only once before, and so she's gonna be here. And no other guesses, so I'm going to say that the answer to this question is not Haka, not Bunker, not Scholar, not Visionary, Nightmist. I've never played Nightmist on stream. Nightmist is the single hero who has yet to be featured in the game, and today she's going to be the prime star because she is Gloomweaver's nemesis. She is front and center, and we're in the realm of Discord, so you can imagine that she's created a portal to the realm of Discord to face off with her arch nemesis or something. I don't remember what the whole letters page about those two were about. But it's Ultimate Gloomweaver against Nightmist, Skyscraper, Prime Wardens Tempest, and Termi-Nation Unity in the realm of Discord. Haka would have been your guess. Rip. I've played Haka a couple times. I've tasted a soul so familiar to your own. I will devour your essence as well. The great Nightmare Walker himself seeks to enter our world. He must fail. Alrighty, so Nightmist in her inaugural game starts with Enlightenment 1 rather, Master of Magic 2, Planar Banishment 2, and Scouring Mists 3. Skyscraper starts with Colossal Left Hook, Emergency Evac, Neutralizing Resonator, and Rest and Recover. Prime Wardens Tempest starts with Otherworldly Resilience, Reclaim from the Deep, Shielding Winds, and Vicious Cyclone. And Termi-Nation Unity starts with Brainstorm, Hasty Augmentation, Raptorbot, and Swiftbot. So let's read these cards. Gloomweaver, Villain, Nightmare Walker. Setup. At the start of the game, Gloomweaver enters play, Nightmare Walker side up. 4 zombie cards are put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if 3 villain relics are in play, Gloomweaver flips. At the start of the villain turn, if 3 villain relics are in the villain trash, the heroes win. Whenever a cultist is destroyed, a zombie card is put into play from the villain trash. Advanced. Gloomweaver is immune to melee and projectile damage. Challenge. Chaos Dimension. Villain relics are indestructible. So if villain relics are indestructible, how in the heck could we possibly get villain relics in the villain trash? How on earth could we possibly get villain relics in the villain trash? All right, that's a hint to something that could happen, and it'd be exciting if it could happen, but it's very random. All right, but if we somehow get Gloomweaver to flip, which happens if 3 relics enter play, which could happen if he chains a bunch of relics at once, or we just take too long. Villain, Demon God Incarnate. Gameplay. When flipped to the side, Gloomweaver regains 40 HP. Whenever a cultist is destroyed, a zombie card from the villain trash is put into play. At the end of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals X toxic damage to the 3 hero targets with the highest HP, where X equals the number of voodoo pins in play plus 2. Advanced. At the end of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals 4 infernal damage to the hero target with the lowest HP, and villain relics are still indestructible. So let's see what we have. We have 4 zombies. Zombie Servant. Zombie. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the non-villain target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. And we get 4 of these to start with. Yeah, Stratosphere can't help put relics on top for Skyscraper to discard. Chosen Disciple, Cultist. At the end of the villain turn, move 1 zombie card from the villain trash into play. Then, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP X melee damage, where X equals the number of zombies in play plus 2. Well, we have 4 zombies, so that's going to be a lot of damage. Hey, Migrant P. I haven't changed my background since May the 4th. Let's see. So who's considered the highest? We have a 4-way tie. Generally, when there's a 4-way tie, I sort of spread it to the heroes who have not taken damage yet. but we know that there's going to be a 4+2 hit coming up. I'm sort of inclined to throw that one on Unity because Tempest and Nightmist could be dealt damage on their turns. But between Nightmist and Tempest, I think I'll throw this on Tempest and throw the super hit on Unity. And here we are. So the nice thing about Gloomweaver is that his ongoing and equipment card destruction is usually optional, unless you want to take lots of damage. So ongoing cards and equipment cards are very safe to play. So if I get Master of Magic out there, we can start playing spells and regain HP with Nightmist. The alternative is to probably get more cards for a hero, but I think we have some fine options for now. Can't really deal with the zombies though, sadly, which isn't really too good, but unless I do Scouring Mists, then I could deal with some number of zombies. The goal would be to take out the Chosen Disciple, but you can do 3 damage with the Colossal Left Hook. Unless we somehow draw a nice card with Tempest, I doubt that's going to work out. And then Brainstorm only does 1 damage. That Chosen Disciple is going to be rough. I guess I'm actually going to use Scouring Mists. I was going to do Master of Magic, but let's hope to get lucky. We get a 4. Alright. So we could take out 3 zombies and hit the Disciple. We could take out 2 zombies, hit the Disciple, and Gloomweaver. We could just take out all the zombies. Chosen Disciple will bring 1 back. But I think in the interest of damage conservation, Gloomweaver can destroy my stuff if Imbued Vitality is in play. True story. In the few games that I played, I never saw an Imbued Vitality. But I did see time crawls repeatedly. Alright, so let's get cards. Tome of Elder Magic, 3. Starshield Necklace, 3. And Elder Ring, 2. So we discarded the 4 that we had on the top of our deck, but we still don't have a 4 in hand. And then we have Skyscraper. So if I go huge... Actually, I should have thought this through. If I go huge, her base power does 2 damage to everything. So actually I'm going to undo what I just did, because Skyscraper could deal with the zombies for me. I forgot about the huge power. So... let's go ahead and do these hits on non-zombies. And then I might as well just... this doesn't really matter at all, but I'll do it now. And then do the same thing. You have to think ahead sometimes. And usually I think ahead, but I forgot about like base powers. So I'm definitely going to Colossal Left Hook, and I do want to try to get rid of that Chosen Disciple someday, and actually I can with the huge power, so that's good. I think I want to get that Neutralizing Resonator out there, just so I could discard the top card of Gloomweaver's deck and maybe find a relic. And I think I want to discard Emergency Evac because Rest and Recover could move that back into my hand if I need it, but I can't do it the other way. So we'll neutralize Gloomweaver's Resonator. And we discarded the Profane Zealot, not a relic. But if we ever discard a relic, it's going to be exciting because it's the only way of the alternate win condition happening. So this order doesn't really matter, but the Zombie Servant comes out from the trash and then immediately dies, so... we've cleared the board. That's the good news. Bad news is Skyscraper's hurting for cards. I usually keep her on normal size to start with, but this was certainly important. She draws a Thorathian Monolith. And here we are with Tempest. Ooh. Reclaim from the Deep is nice with Nightmist. We could put the 4 back on top. And then we could do something that reveals that 4. Which the only cards that do look at the top cards are Enlightenment and Planar Banishment. Neither of which, I mean, I guess Enlightenment is always great to get cards for someone, but I think she wants to, like, get Master of Magic out before that, so I don't know that we're going to reclaim just yet. And everyone else doesn't have cards in their trash except for Skyscraper, who might want to get one of those cards back. But I think Otherworldly Resilience, at least, to start with. Vicious Cyclone isn't going to be useful right now because Gloomweaver's immune to projectile damage. And Shielding Winds, I don't think there's going to be 5 or more damage from a single source for the time being. So I don't think it's worth playing either of these cards. Any of these cards. But Tempest gets an Into the Stratosphere, which is not good for hitting Gloomweaver, but is good for freezing him for 1 turn. Every time you hear that, you want to fire up Master of Magic in DOSBox. Alright. Let's see. I think Brainstorm is the answer. You get a supply crate and a platform bot. You can hit Gloomweaver. Don't need to hit anyone else. And now Termi-Nation Unity's base power is always fun. Destroy a mechanical golem, well there's none in play. Move the mechanical golem from your trash into play, there's none in your trash. You may draw a card. At least we can get a card that way. So we get a free card, like Scrap Metal, and our card draw is Construction Pylon. So we can get these bots out. Portal Fiend. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals the non-environment target with the second highest HP, X psychic damage, or X equals the number of cards in the environment trash. That is currently 0. Gloomweaver chooses to bring out Strength of the Grave. Ongoing. Increased damage dealt by zombies by X, where X equals the number of zombies in play. Reduced damage dealt to zombies by 1. So it's super good that I killed all those zombies, because that would have hurt a lot. And since we have the Neutralizing Resonator out, we can already destroy Strength of the Grave. And I believe that's the only ongoing card in his deck. So we might as well do that. Which is nice. Alright, so Master of Magic, and then cards. Such as Mistfield Recovery 3, Planar Banishment 1, and Mistfield Recovery 4. Alright, we have a 4 now in hand. So it's not super important for Skyscraper to be huge right now, so I want to get her to normal so she can get more cards. This will switch her to normal. She gets a hit point. She draws a card, such as Micro Assembler, and we can move a card from trash into her hand. And I'm sort of inclined to get that Neutralizing Resonator back just so I can keep discarding cards from Gloomweaver's deck. So I shall. And we draw more cards, such as Emergency Evac, Explosive Reveal, and Cortex Hyperstimulator. Alright, so there's no villain cards in play, because we destroyed Strength of the Grave, so there's no point in doing Stratosphere. I'm sort of inclined to skip, because I would like to have more cards. Let's do that. It's always an option to skip twice and get more cards, such as an Otherworldly Resilience and a Reclaim from the Deep, which are duplicates of cards I already had, so that's boring. But now Unity can get her Pylon out, and can get her Swiftbot out, and Raptorbot, while Mr. Chomps is awesome, can't hit Gloomweaver, because Gloomweaver is immune to melee, so I'm going to opt for Platform Bot. Also, Platform Bot is more resilient than Raptor Bot. And now we can draw 2 cards. Alright. Imbued Vitality. Distortion. When this card enters play, destroy all other Distortion cards. Each ongoing and equipment card now has a maximum HP of 6. Oh, baby. So, here we go. Ophidia, the Deceiver. Familiar. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP X toxic damage, where X equals 4 plus the number of voodoo pins in play. So now all of our cards are targets! All of our cards are targets! Yeah, no Ronway. That would have been a good time for Ronway, although he will only do 2 and 2 damage, so he won't kill all of our stuff. Alrighty. Well, now that everything's a target, we have to be sort of careful. This is not the time to play Oblivion. Although we don't have Oblivion in hand, but now is not the time to play Oblivion nonetheless. Reveal 2 4s, destroy all the hero cards. Or no, wait, that would only hit each hero once for 4. Right. I don't know. I really would want to get the Amulet of the Elder Gods. That's what I want. So I'm gonna try Enlightening myself. I reveal a 3. I get Mistbound, that's a good card. Scouring Mists and Scouring Mists. And then I will hit myself some more and get Call Forth, and Mistform. Still not Amulet of the Elder Gods. This is Ultimate Gloomweaver. He is immune to melee and projectile damage, and his relics are indestructible, but they might still get discarded if we put the Neutralizing Resonator on top of him. Which I shall, because I want that to happen. Nope, we discarded a Voodoo Pin. Draw 2 cards, such as Compulsion Canister, and Cortex Hyperstimulator. Alright. So, we still don't have a good means of hitting Gloomweaver with Tempest, but I could freeze him for a turn and get the Stratosphere out there. Could skip twice again. Could Reclaim from the Deep. Although I don't think we've seen the Amulet, which is the card I really want to see. I mean, the nice thing about Reclaim from the Deep is that Tempest draws a card, but if I'm going to play this just to draw a card and not use a power, might as well skip twice. Although I could put cards from Hero Trashes on top of their decks, but... I think I'm going to Stratosphere the Ophidia. And if I do this, I'm dealt 2 lightning damage for each card played. So are there reasons to play Shielding Winds? I don't think so just yet. So, Tempest has been boring so far. Ball Lightning at least can hit Gloomweaver. Alright. So we have 2 card plays, right? So I should play a card that lets me draw cards if I'm trying to get a bot out. Because I have Raptor Bot, but I can only hit Portal Fiend with that right now. So let's get the supply crate out. We draw B-Bot! B-Bot, 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 B-Bot. The nice thing about Modular Workbench is that I can discard a Golem that could then be put into play with Unity's base power, which is move a Mechanical Golem from your trash into play. That is probably the best option. So let's discard one of these 2 and get the other one into play. So do I want B-Bot or do I want Raptor Bot? Raptor Bot can at least go after the Portal Fiend for now, and could go after Ophidia later. So I guess I'll discard B-Bot, get Raptor Bot, draw Brainstorm, and Powered Shockwave. So this could hit Gloomweaver, but Raptor Bot can't. Sadness. Alrighty. -1 damage, dealt to Tempest. Ghostly Images. When this card enters play, each player reveals the top card of their deck. If it is a one-shot, put it into play. If it is not a one-shot, discard it and deal that hero 2 psychic damage. At the end of the environment turn, destroy this card. So order sort of matters because Skyscraper has the potential of destroying it if we get... No, wait, where is it? Is it where all of those drawn? Emergency evac would destroy them. Is everyone else? Yeah, okay. Emergency evac is not possibly John, but emergency evac, if that gets played, it will destroy all environment cards. We don't get any more free card plays. Hopefully we get 3 card plays out of this. So let's just start with Tempest. Tempest has an ongoing, so he's dealt damage. Let's try Unity. Unity is not a one-shot. Unity is a human, not a one-shot. Let's try Nightmist. Nightmist is not a one-shot. Okay, so this is detrimental to heroes, but we got a one-shot. Colossal left hook. Sadly, this is melee damage, so it can't hit Gloomweaver. And I could discard a card to play a card. I don't really particularly want to play any of these cards. I mean, I could, like, destroy all of those right now, like Imbued Vitality and Portal Fiend and Ghostly Images. But each hero target regains 1 HP. Destroy all link cards. There is one in play right now. I could just play, like, I don't really have a particular reason to play these, I think. I mean, like, Compulsion Canister is always fun. But I want to save that for Ophidia. Oh yeah, that would have been a bad time for Oblivion, wouldn't it? Ophidia's return. And who's considered the highest? Let's say Tempest. He has damage reduction. Nightmist needs to get HP at some point. Which we could do if I play spells. I could also Mist Form and or Mist Bound. Could call forth. I want that amulet still. So I guess call forth, discard a 4. Yeah, we'll do that. Actually, I want to play the 4. I was thinking of discarding a call forth with the 4, but I can discard the Mistfield Recovery. It's not a spell anyway, so I won't regain HP from it. Tome of Elder Magic, Elder Ring, Amulet of the Elder Gods. Alright, that's excellent. Very excellent. Astral Premonition, Mist Form, and Enlightenment. I do not want to destroy these cards. Alright, so I'm currently huge, so I can do 2 damage to everything if I stay huge. I don't have any tiny cards, so I can't get multiple links out. But I can Compulsion Canister right now, so I shall. And let's try to whittle down Ophidia. And then do this. And then... so many hero targets! We're gonna fast forward because this is a bunch of nothing. Skyscraper gets in. Linking Incursion. And we're back to Tempest. This deals 1 target 4 lightning damage. That is at least a means of hitting Gloomweaver, which is more than Tempest has been able to do so far. I don't want to destroy an ongoing card. Is it time to reclaim? Yeah, let's get the Stratosphere back. I don't need to use the Stratosphere on Ophidia again, but I can at least get the Stratosphere back. Unity doesn't want B-Bot, but could get a Construction Pylon back. Skyscraper. Let's get Rest and Recover, because Rest and Recover can be used to get more cards back. And then Nightmist. Are we going to play the top card of her deck or do something with the top card of her deck? No, we were going to put the amulet out on the next turn, so I don't need to worry about that. Is there a card from here I want? Nah. Bolnarap asks, Christopher says Elder Ring is one of his favorite Nightmist cards. Bolnarap hardly ever uses it because he always feels like he has better options. Do I have any thoughts on that? I sometimes put it out in play, but so like Elder Ring, increased damage dealt by Nightmist by 1. Like I don't generally use this for its power. Power, draw a card, destroy this card. If I want to draw a card, I could just use her base power or skip the play phase and draw a card, like draw 2 cards on the draw phase instead. But the increased damage dealt by Nightmist, if you have the amulet out, that's a little better, I think. Because then, you know, she doesn't hit herself harder. It makes it a little harder to want to play Oblivion, but it certainly helps with, you know, damaging lots of things. But if you have the amulet and Master of Magic and or Starshield Necklace, she can regain the HP back that she's taking more easily. But no, I don't generally like prioritize Elder Ring. I don't generally get this out there unless like you said, if I don't have better options. And as Migrant P says, for Darkwatch Nightmist, I think I generally play this more with Darkwatch Nightmist because you're better able to predict what her cards will do. And since you don't have a reliable damage dealer with her base power, you might want more of a kick with her card plays than normal. Anyway. So we already reclaimed, so I don't need to do that again. I'm just gonna skip and hope to draw something exciting. Grievous Hailstorm, that's useful. That is a means of hitting Gloomweaver consistently. Now, Supply Crate. This is an interesting card because with base Unity, it's always like a decision. Do you want to destroy this to get more cards, or do you want to destroy this to get a mechanical golem in play? But with the variant Unities, you almost always want to destroy this, unless like Mr. Fixer needs something to destroy, for instance. But there's no reason to not destroy Supply Crate in this game. So Construction Pylon and Volatile Parts. So I can immediately get that Construction Pylon out, except I don't have any golems in hand at the moment. But Brainstorm could potentially get me 2 golems. So currently Raptor Bot, I think, is going to kill Ophidia by himself, so I don't need to worry about hitting Ophidia. Powered Shockwave would also take out Ophidia, but I don't need to worry about that. So let's just start with Brainstorm and see. We get Volatile Parts, and we get Raptor Bot. I might as well hit things with this. And since I don't have 2 golems, I don't really need to play the Construction Pylon. I generally try to avoid playing the Construction Pylon and using it to get only 1 golem into play. I always cringe when I see that because Construction Pylon is so good. But there's no need to get Raptor Bot out because we can only take out the Portal Fiend with that, and Portal Fiend is only doing 1 damage right now, so it's not a big deal. I might opt for Volatile Parts because Volatile Parts combos well with Unity's base power. So I shall Volatile Parts. I could get Raptor Bot out with Modular Workbench nonetheless. I could also destroy Raptor Bot, although I was going to use him to take out Ophidia, and I don't really need B-Bot. But Volatile Parts would not take out Ophidia either. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead, take a little gamble here. I'm going to ditch Scrap Metal. I generally don't play that card too much unless I know a golem's going to die. Unity gets Robot Reclamation and Flash Forge. That's pretty exciting, except she doesn't have any golems in hand, but at least we can Flash Forge and Construction Pylon for any 2 golems. Alright, so we can hit Ophidia with this. We still can't hit Gloomweaver. We can take out the Portal Fiend. Alrighty, we have another Portal Fiend. And now Gloomweaver's playing a card that we didn't predict. Cursed Acolyte, Cultist. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals each hero target 2 fire damage and 2 infernal damage. Well, there goes my raptor bots. Volatile parts will go off twice, but it's not going to hit Cursed Acolyte the first time. We don't have the amulet out yet, so I don't think there's any order to this. But now we're seeing the effects of imbued vitality. All of our stuff was almost destroyed. In a 5-hero game, all of our stuff would have been destroyed. Wrong way, breaking my stuff. Cursed wrong way. Alright, are we done yet? I didn't want to fast forward through that because I wanted to see the volatile parts going off. Alright, well, I definitely want the amulet out. And... no. I want more cards still. We got Oblivions now, and we have a Mistbound. I don't want to destroy that. If I Thorathian Monolith, I don't have to worry about the Cursed Acolyte anymore. Yeah, let's be safe for a round. This will also redirect the environment damage from Prime Warden's Tempest, but that's not really that big of a deal, because I'm not even going to use that, I don't think. I think we're going to use Grievous Hailstorm. Is there any other hero card that doesn't let you choose who you damage to, not including ones that hit everything or a set number of targets? Well, there's also, like, so Combat Stance was mentioned, but there's also, like, Ra's version of that. Both of those are counterattack effects. They deal damage to the target that dealt damage to that target. Into the Stratosphere deals damage to the villain target with the highest HP. I don't think there are other ones, though. But yeah, it's... no, these don't. Nightmist, I know it doesn't. Unity, we already talked about volatile parts. Yeah. Alright, have fun, Murfreter. Alright, so Grievous Hailstorm will take out Runway and the resulting zombie. Thankfully, we don't have Pouch of Bones, so we don't have to worry about this resulting zombie. Aquatic Correspondence. Alright. Well, I want Stealth Bot, so I can Flash Forge and get a Construction Pylon out. Robot Reclamation with Termi-Nation Unity could be useful, but I don't need them right now. I think I want to hold on to the other cards. Hasty Augmentation coupled with Grievous Hailstorm is really nice. Powered Shockwave is going to be really nice. Volatile Parts is at least nice when coupled with base power, and Construction Pylon we want. But now we can get the Stealth Bot. And I can do more damage with lots of Unity's things with a Champion Bot. Hasty Augmentation again, and B-Bot. And I don't need to worry about Portal Fiend, because that's going to go to Skyscraper. Spinning Vortex. When this card enters play, each player may destroy any number of their ongoing and/or equipment cards. Then, any hero with ongoing and/or equipment cards in play deals themselves 3 sonic damage. At the end of the environment turn, destroy this card. Well, I don't want to destroy my stuff, and it will all redirect to Skyscraper anyway. I guess I could redirect some to Stealth Bot, or use the Amulet of the Elder Gods. And that would be a good blow to Gloomweaver, so I am going to discard 2 cards for that. I generally like discarding when it's 3 or more damage that will be dealt. So I don't think I want the Planar Banishment. And currently Oblivion is a bit dangerous, so I'm going to ditch one of those. And this is going to be 2 damage to Stealth Bot. But Skyscraper can take this. She has lots of HP. I also don't need the Redirect achievement. Now this will be slightly more because of Champion Bot, but that's okay. Vast Following. One shot. Shuffle the villain trash and reveal the top 4 cards. Put any revealed cultists and relics into play. Put the other revealed cards back into the trash. Play the top card of the villain deck. Well, this had to come sometime. We have the Profane Zealot, the Chosen Disciple, but no Ronway, which would have been nice with the Thorathian Monolith, but oh well. The extra card play, Sable Pin, Voodoo Pin. When this card enters play, place it next to the hero with the most cards in play. At the end of that hero's turn, that hero's player destroys one of their cards, or Gloomweaver deals that hero 4 psychic damage. That's going next to Unity, of course, but that's okay. Zombie Servant from the Chosen Disciple. And then this can just redirect. We don't need to worry about Stealth Bot taking that. And Skyscraper can take that. Yeah, so the Profane Zealot is in play now. Actually, Oblivion with the Thorathian Monolith isn't too bad unless I reveal a 3. Or a 3/3, a 3/4, or a 4/4. In which case, we're going to redirect from Nightmist, Master of Magic, Amulet of Elder Gods, Tempest, Otherworldly Resilience, Grievous Hailstorm, Unity, Stealth Bot, Platform Bot, Modular Workbench, Volatile Parse, Champion Bot, Stealth Bot. I don't think I want to do that. That seems scary. But hey, I can get an Elder Ring out. And then I can redirect the damage to Gloomweaver. Even though the Profane Zealot is reducing the damage, the Elder Ring will increase it to 3, and if I'm going to keep... Since Nightmist already gets a Nemesis bonus to Gloomweaver, it will work out well. I'm going to do the Elder Ring. That's what I'm going to do. True story. So Amulet. Yes. So I don't think I need Mist Form. Honestly, I don't intend on using Mistfield Recovery. The only thing about Mistfield Recovery is it ends your turn. We do have a lot of things in play, but... Can Skyscraper deal with that? I guess with Compulsion Canister and a huge power, yes. So I'm going to have to do Profane Zealot first. I was intending to take Gloomweaver, but this will enable me to take out the Profane Zealot. Heedless Lash, Oblivion, and Enlightenment. Kind of wish you had a hero who could summon monsters which attack set targets like environment or villain targets do at the moment. So sort of like Unity's Golems, except they deal damage automatically. So like if Raptorbot instead said something like, at the end of your turn, this card deals the non-hero target with the highest HP X melee damage, for instance. Alright. Destroy a card. I can destroy Thorathian Monolith and then destroy Neutralizing Resonator. But I don't need to do that. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Whenever target other than this card is destroyed, like Therathian Monolith. Okay, that's an interesting interaction. Let's then not do that damage to the Profane Zealot. I think it was... No, I didn't discard Mistbound. Mistbound was one I wanted to keep. It was a Mist form, it was Mistfield Recovery. And I'm just gonna do this on Gloomweaver then. 3 damage is still good. Alright, so this is gonna be a little more annoying then. I still don't have a tiny... Oh, I do have a tiny card. Wow. I have a tiny card now. But I only have 1 Compulsion Canister in hand. That's annoying. I wish I could, like, play 2 Compulsion Canisters, but then I wouldn't be able to use my huge power, so that's not good. I don't think those links are going to be useful. I guess I could Stratosphere Profane Zealot. That would freeze Gloomweaver for a turn. I'm trying to think if there's any sort of better option. Do I want to emergency evac and get rid of that imbued vitality? It would give us HP recovery. It would also heal the golems. This will also destroy all links, which there are... Wow, all of those are combined into 1, but there's only 2. But if I destroy them and then I go tiny, I can get both of them back into my hand. So yeah, I'm gonna emergency evac then. And then this doesn't really matter. Lots of HPs. So I'm technically a playtester, so I have seen Akashthraya, but I've not done any playtesting. I've just read her cards, because I'm a terrible playtester. But I do know sort of how she works, and it is pretty cool. And that's all I can say without breaking the playtesting code. Alright, so let's get rid of that Profane Zealot, I think. I'm fired! But now I can hit everything for 2. Shielding wins. Okay. Let's see, we only have Platform Bot as the offensive bot, but Powered Shockwave would take out the Chosen Disciple because 4 + 1 + 1 is 6. It would also get the Sable Pin down to 1. I could Hasty Augment Tempest, and he could do 4 damage. Do I want a golem from trash? I don't really think I do, because I like these golems that I have right now. So let's think. Because Sable Pin's gonna go off, right? And then Sable Pin, destroy 1 of your cards or be dealt 4 damage. Is it important for me to take out the Sable Pin? I could destroy a golem via the Sable Pin, and then Volatile Parts could take out the Sable Pin. Wait, no, I think Powered Shockwave is definitely the first step here. Because it will hit Gloomweaver. And a Zombie Servant. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of the Sable Pin. Make it easy. Because this will be 4 damage to Gloomweaver. Board is cleared again. I don't need the B-Bot right now. Brainstorm, Powered Shockwave, and Gloomweaver. Twitch is fired too. Good news, Twitch gave you a notification. Bad news, Twitch didn't give it until 8:30. I didn't get an email about the stream. But I do know I'm live, because how else would people be interacting with me right now? Ethereal Bonds. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 energy damage. A target dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the next environment turn. I will say in one of my practice games, this was going after Nightmist, who kept using the amulet to redirect it to Gloomweaver, which was useful because then I didn't need to worry about the relic that was in play. But this is currently going after Tempest. And I think Tempest wants to be able to deal damage. Even though he only has... Not he. Tempest is agender, so we cannot use pronouns. Tempest would like to use a power, but Tempest would like to be able to deal damage, but Tempest doesn't really have much damage dealing outside of Grievous Hailstorm at the moment. So maybe it's okay to just have it go to Tempest. On the other hand, we do have a stealth bot who doesn't generally deal damage. So yeah, I will redirect it, because at least Tempest could do something exciting. Oh my gosh, it's the Profane Zealot! Alright, Nightmist has 18 cards in her hand. She should be able to come up with something that she wants to play. Is now the time for Oblivion? Well, we have an Elder Ring. But... now, I think... we can just freeze Gloomweaver and then take out Gloomweaver with the heroes. So Mistbound... and then discard 2. And then we'll stop Skyscraper from playing cards. I just want to like play Mistbound once and stop a hero from playing cards. Like that would be like evil Nightmist. I want to do that someday in like some multiplayer game just to be a troll. Be like, maybe like the only time you would want to do this on a hero is if Ronway is playing and you anticipate Ronway's going to kill everyone else because Ronway likes to do things. I don't know. But this will be 4 damage to Gloomweaver, so I do still want to redirect this damage. Oops. Oh yeah, Profane Zealot's reducing it. Does Nightmist flip if you get all of her relics out? Good question. I think we need to ask Christopher about that. Okay. We still don't have... what was it? Catch a Ride. I would love to catch a ride with Nightmist, but we don't have that card yet. I want to try to be more offensive right now, but I don't know how. We lost all of our links. I'm just gonna go tiny. We have a neutralizing resonator and a micro assembler. So neutralizing resonator. We're discarding another card, and that card was a Vast Following. Not a relic, but still good to have discarded, even though Gloomweaver's not going to be playing cards. And I might as well give this to some hero. And actually, I think I'm going to give it to Tempest to get the Genebound Shackles. The alternative is Unity, and we can get Construction Pylons and or Supply Crates for free. Not really for free, sacrificing a power. Poor newbie Chrono-Ranger got brambled 3 times in a row, dang. But yeah, I think And I'm not too worried about the Profane Zealot, so I could give this to Tempest for a turn to get that Genebound Shackles, and then he'll do way more damage to Gloomweaver. And now I could put 2 links into play. Ooh. Here we go. Compulsion Canister not on Gloomweaver, but on Nightmist. Because I could discard 2 cards to redirect it to Gloomweaver. And because of Nemesis and Elder Ring, it's 4 damage, and then I can hit Gloomweaver with it. So 8 irreducible damage to Gloomweaver. And I guess I'll give this to Unity. I don't really have a need for the other ones. And let's go into my trash and get both of these cards back. Aggression Modulator. Alrighty. Yeah, so I was gonna use the Micro Assembler. I think I'm just gonna Aquatic Correspondence. Actually, we do have a Heedless Lash in Nightmist's hand, so is there a card that we want Nightmist to just play for free? I guess Mistbound. A free Mistbound play can't be bad. Plus it's a 4, so we could do lots of damage with that. So yeah, we're gonna Reclaim. Get that Mistbound 4 on top. And doesn't really matter for her, does it? Tempest. I guess we could get the Stratosphere, and then we can Stratosphere the Profane Zealot if needed. And Unity, we don't have bots in hand, so Construction Pylon isn't really exciting, but nah, because Raptorbot can't even hit Gloomweaver. Yeah, I'll just put a Pylon on top. Stratosphere was drawn, and now discard Shielding Winds, get Genebound Shackles. Yay! Alright. So first Brainstorm, Construction Pylon, and Construction Pylon, so I didn't even need to stack that one. But Powered Shockwave would take out the Profane Zealot. Right? Yeah, it should. So this will do more damage to Gloomweaver then. Order was important there. Otherwise I would have done 1 fewer point to Gloomweaver. Now I don't need that B-Bot, and the golems in the trash can't hit Gloomweaver, so I'm not going to bother getting those. We get Inspired Repair and a Flash Forge. Alright, so Gloomweaver should go down in the next round. Unless Time Crawls comes out. Distortion. When this card enters play, destroy all of the Distortion cards. Each hero turn, that hero's player must skip either their play or power phase. Reduce all damage dealt by villain targets by 1. Yeah, I want Tempest to deal damage still. So we're gonna have to make choices here now. I mean, we should still be able to pull it off, but Time Crawls is just going to make this a little harder. But I can still do what I wanted to do with Nightmist. Heedless Lash, and then reveal a 4, so I'm going to redirect that damage to Gloomweaver. So I'm going to discard these. I do still have Planar Banishment, I think. No, actually, do I? I think I should still have it. But no. This will still do way more damage to Nightmist than Planar Banishment would. And I can stop him from playing cards, although this doesn't serve any purpose at this point because we're going to win. But I'll just discard these. Heatless Slash. Yeah. So, there are multiple ways I can do this. What I'm going to do is undetectable relinking. And we'll get all of these cards back. And now I can play 4 Link and or Tiny cards. We only have Links though. So we'll just end it. Mistbound a hero. Yeah, I should have mistbounded Skyscraper and prolonged that a little bit. But we defeated Ultimate Gloomweaver with Nightmist, Skyscraper, Prime Wardens, Tempest, and Termi-Nation Unity. We did it. Not a hard game at all. We saw no relics, so the challenge mode was ineffective. And the advanced rule did come into play several times. We couldn't hit Gloomweaver with Raptorbot, so that was a thing. I should have blown up my Links. I could have blown up my Links, and then I could have damaged Nightmist, who would have redirected it to Gloomweaver or something. But we did it. We won an advanced, or not even advanced, ultimate game. So there we go. And now I have officially played every single hero. If you missed it at the start of the stream, the only hero that I have yet to play on stream before that game was Nightmist. And Nightmist was a big, powerful hero in that game. So that was pretty good. There are still many other villains I have yet to fight on stream, such as Akashbuta, Ambuscade, Apostate, Choke Point, I think Deadline. Kismet, Misinformation, Omnitron, Progeny, and Spite. I believe those are the villains I've yet to fight. And the environments, there are many environments. I don't remember what all of them were though. But there are several environments that I've yet to fight in. So the reason that I bring that up is because it's time for Viewer's Choice. Someday I'm gonna have a big special effect pop up when I do that. I'll just like click on OBS to pop up with the Viewer's Choice graphic. Viewer's Choice! You get to choose the next game. And people are talking about how I should take on Ultimate Iron Legacy again. If you want me to do that, then you get to vote for that. The way this works is I'm going to pose the questions in chat. The first answer that gets 2 votes is what I go with. So, and I like to mix it up. This time I think I'm going to start with heroes, but we'll start with Hero 1. Vote for Hero 1 now. One vote for Naturalist, 1 vote for Parse, 2 votes for Parse. Our leading hero is Parse. Hero 2. Naturalist, Sentinels, Sentinels. So, because it's a variant hero, do we want Southwest or Adamant Sentinels? And technically there are 16 possibilities because I can go to each card. How do I switch between them? Oh, I missed that icon. I can go here and make this one of them, and then I could leave that the same and then make that one different. Or I could just, to keep it easy. 2 votes for Adamant, so we're gonna go with Adamant Sentinels. And then Hero 3. 1 vote Unity, 1 vote Chrono-Ranger, 1 vote Naturalist, 2 votes Chrono-Ranger. Chrono-Ranger, who is my most played hero on stream, is coming back. And I'm okay with that. I love Chrono-Ranger. He's one of my favorite heroes. Alright, so now that we have 3 heroes, the question is, how many heroes are there going to be? 3, 4, or 5 heroes? 1 vote 5. 1 vote 3, 1 vote 4. Next vote decides it. 4! Who's our 4th hero? 1 vote Haka, 1 vote Naturalist. One vote Omnitron X. 1 vote Absolute Zero. Lots of spread votes here. We need a tiebreaker. All right, last time I did this, it ended quickly. Oh, 2 votes Naturalist, okay. So, it is Hunted Naturalist, right? I think it's Hunted. Turducken. That's not a variant. Hunted! Alright, we have Hunted. Alright, so we have 4 heroes, and they are Parse, Adamant Sentinels, Chrono-Ranger, and Hunted Naturalist. Where are heroes in this evening? Where'd they end up? Let's see if we get a new environment on stream. 1 vote Omnitron 4, 1 vote Final Wasteland, 1 vote Mobile Defense Platform. Lots of spread votes. One of these days, maybe like 2 years from now, this will be like a super popular stream, and then there'll be like, when I ask questions, there's gonna be like so many votes that it's gonna be hard to keep track of. But for now, it's so easy to just ask this and see. We have 2 votes Final Wasteland, so we are in the Final Wasteland, which I don't recall if I've played that one before or not. So, Parse and the Adamant Sentinels and the Chrono-Ranger and the Hunted Naturalist were taking a walk on the apocalyptic Earth. And suddenly they look up in the sky and they go, what is that? Is that a bird? Is that a plane? No, that is a villain. Or is it more than one villain? Solo or team villains? We'll need an Omnitron for Twitch. Alright, 2 votes solo. So, they look up in the sky and they go, oh my gosh, it's a single villain! Whatever shall we do? Someone goes, I think that's La Capitan! Another hero goes, no, wait, that's too big, that's Plague Rat! Who is the villain? 1 vote Heroic Infinitor, or, well, Infinitor, 1 vote Kismet, 1 vote Kargra, 1 vote Ennead. A single villain? Ennead! I see a big, what is it? This is just... I see a big shrine approaching us. 1 vote Misinformation. We need a tiebreaker eventually. Kismet is one that I've yet to play on stream. Misinformation's also been yet to play it on stream. Ennead was last week in an epic fight in Rook City where Scholar became the solo hero that saved the day. Kargra also was fought last week, and that ended in like 3 turns. But that had a fun environment turn. Infinitor I fought before. Alright, we don't have a tiebreaker, so I'm going to state a sentence. This sentence is starting right now, and once this sentence ends, I'm going to cast a vote, and that vote is going to decide who that person is, and Kismet was voted for. So instead of me voting, chat voted. So we have Kismet. We look up in the sky, and we see this woman approaching us. She's blocked by text. How scoundrel of that woman. I sort of imagine like the text is conveniently placed to make sure this is a family-friendly stream, but... Alright, last question of the evening. Standard, Advanced, Challenge, or Ultimate Kismet? Once I have that, it will be decided. We have 1 vote Ultimate. 2 votes Ultimate. We are fighting Ultimate Kismet. So I'm going to reread this, but Advanced, at the start of the villain turn, Kismet deals each hero affected by a Jinx card 2 psychic damage. On her flip side, increased damage dealt by Kismet by H-2, which will be 2. And Burning Talisman. At the start of each hero's turn, if the talisman is in their play area, it deals that hero character card H fire damage. Alright, here we go. No love for loot. I love Ultimate games. Except for Cosmotron and Misinformation. Poor lost little heroes. It looks like your luck has just run out. I see through you. Your weaknesses are all too visible. Alright, so Parse starts with Between the Lines, 2 buffer overflows, and a gauge. Adamant Sentinels start with Aura of Vision, Coordinated Assault, Hippocratic Oath, and Restorative Burst. Chrono-Ranger starts with Eye on the Prize, Ranger's Mark, Sudden Contract, Terrible Tech Strike. The Naturalist starts with Blend into the Pack, Hyperactive Senses, Natural Forms Power, and the Predator's Eye. So Kismet, Villain, Charmed Scoundrel. Setup. At the start of the game, Kismet enters play, Charmed Scoundrel side up. The Talisman is put into play, Enchanted Heirloom side up. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if the talisman is in front of a hero, Kismet flips. If Kismet did not flip this turn, she deals each hero target 1 psychic damage. Whenever a hero target deals another hero target 4 or more damage, 1 Jinx card is destroyed. At the end of the villain turn, the top card of the villain deck is revealed. If it is a lucky card, it is put into play. If not, it is shuffled into the villain deck. Advanced. At the start of the villain turn, Kismet deals each hero affected by a Jinx card 2 psychic damage. Challenge. Burning Talisman. At the start of each hero's turn, if the talisman is in their play area, it deals that hero character card 4 fire damage. Fun. So she flips if the talisman is in front of a hero at the start of the villain turn into the Deranged Miscreant. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if the talisman is in the villain play area, Kismet flips. If Kismet did not flip this turn, she deals the talisman 2 irreducible psychic damage. At the end of the villain turn, Kismet regains 1 HP for each lucky card in play. Then, Kismet deals the hero target with the highest HP X psychic damage, or X equals 9 minus the HP of the talisman. Advanced. Increased damage dealt by Kismet by 2! So she's going to do more damage on this side. On this side, she deals damage based on jinxes, and damage dealt by her is increased by the talisman. The Talisman, Enchanted Heirloom. When flipped to this side, restore this card to 7 HP and put it in the villain play area. This card is indestructible. When reduced to 0 or fewer HP, flip this card. Increased damage dealt by Kismet by X, where X equals the number of Jinx cards in play. So if we flip the Talisman, it turns into the Stolen Charm. When flipped to this side, restore this card to 7 HP and put it in front of the hero with the highest HP. This card is indestructible. When reduced to 0 or fewer HP, flip this card. The hero this card is in front of gains the following power. Power. Reveal the top 3 cards of any one deck. Put them back on top of that deck in any order. Cool. So let's start. Kismet flips in more ways than one. True. Alright, so yeah, she did not flip this turn, so she's dealing 1 damage across the board. And then Violent Trickster, 1-shot lucky. Each player discards 1 card. Kismet deals the hero target with the lowest HP 2 melee damage. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna ditch Between the Lines. Although extra power uses are nice, I want to keep these other cards. Sentinels. I don't want to discard signatures because if they're discarded, we can't get them back into hand freely. We have to wait for the deck to shuffle. But I think we want to keep the Coordinated Assault, so we'll lose the Restorative Burst. All of these cards are awesome for Chrono-Ranger. I'm going to ditch Ranger's Mark because there's no bounties in my trash. And then Blend into the Pack is going to be super nice. I like all of these cards. I think I'm going to ditch Predator's Eye. That is not a lucky. So there we have it. No jinxes in play. Good news. I forget how much card destruction does she have? Unlucky break. Destroy 4 cards. You have to be careful if I play buff for overflow that it doesn't get accidentally destroyed, because when this card is destroyed, play the top card of the villain deck. So I think to that end I should play Gauge. This will at least let me control Kismet a little bit. We have Weak Heart. This would end up getting played next to a Sentinel. It'd be nice if that Sentinel were Writhe and we had his signature, but we don't. But I'm fine with this because it's not going to destroy cards. Syntactic analysis and exploit vulnerability. Okay. I think I want to get signatures out. Now, Aura of Vision, I know, I believe I've heard Migrant P say that Aura of Vision is probably the most boring signature because it only allows for 1 card draw. Versus like Hippocratic Oath, where you could provide for a lot of HP recovery, or Writhes, which allows for, I was looking for Writhe, but not the signature. Allows for damage reduction and redirection. And Durasteel Chains, which allows for damage reduction and increase. But the nice thing about Aura of Vision, though, is that we can get, like, Chrono-Ranger to get Jim's Hat and be able to keep playing cards without running out of cards. Now, granted, we don't have Jim's Hat yet. And Hippocratic Oath, unless we really anticipate Medico dealing damage, this only lets 3 hero targets, or 3 targets rather, regain 1 HP each. Yeah, I'm gonna break from the trend and play Aura of Vision first. And that way we can get more cards for heroes who need it. And I think reducing Kismet's damage by 1 is going to be most beneficial. Migrant P is not going to say to not play Aura of Vision, he's just going to type it out loud. Unique capabilities, alright, so we can get lots of signatures out. I think, though, we do want Sudden Contract, and I like getting By Any Means. The other bounties, of course, are situationally useful. But I think for now, By Any Means is the best, because now we can hit Kismet harder. Migrant P is actually agreeing that Aura of Vision is good. Oh my gosh! John agrees with me! It's so nice! Sudden Contract. This proves that I know how to play this game, if John agrees with me. If John disagreed with me, then I'd be more of a Jeremy than a John. And this wouldn't be Dolphin's Dive, it would be Jeremy's Jacuzzi or something. How's that for a stream idea? Jeremy's Jacuzzi. Every Monday evening, join Jeremy in his jovial jacuzzi as he jives with jovial members of the community. All right. We can play potentially 2 cards with Desperate Prey, and if I'm going to play a card with Desperate Prey, hopefully the card I play gets benefits. The only card that has icons, though, is Hyperactive Senses. But we already know what's on the top of Kismet's deck, and it's okay if it enters play for now. I think, yeah. Beard care. Beard. I can't remember how to pronounce that word. Beard care with Jeremy in his jacuzzi. Yep, I don't have a beard. I hate facial hair so much. I shave like daily. Actually, I shave every other day because my facial hair grows slowly. Nah, I think I'm just gonna play Natural Form's Power as well as blend into the pack. I can activate an icon though, and then I could potentially use this power on the next turn. But I think I'm going to activate the Gazelle just because I know I have a card that does have a Gazelle on it. And Naturalist gets a Feral Fury, which is a crocodile. Amphibious Chupacabra. Cryptid. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the non-environment target with the lowest HP 3 melee damage. Then, if that target has 5 or more HP, this card deals that target 1 toxic damage. So, poor Talisman. It's getting Chupacabra'd. Now, thankfully, this is 0 damage. Lots of zeros. And then the Weak Heart going on the Idealist. Scattered Mind is a Jinx. And now there is 1 Jinx in play, so damage dealt by Kismet is increased by 1. She's also going to deal 2 psychic damage to the Idealist. Or is it the Sentinels? When it says deal each hero affected by a Jinx card, does that mean the Sentinels, which means that it's not actually the Idealist that could take the damage? Am I reading that right? Anyway, we have lots of cards in play now, so I could play Buffer Overflow safely. Syntactic Analysis is fun, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to Syntactic Analysis. I'm going to do that on Chrono-Ranger. We get Just Doing My Job and the Masada. So let's go put Masada in play, and I think it's fine to just do my job. I like just doing my job. Exploit Vulnerability would only affect environment targets, which hopefully, eventually, we don't really need to worry about. If the Naturalist gets his hero targets are immune to damage dealt by environment cards card. If Buffer Overflow would ever get blown up by a villain card, I could just use it. Oh, right, I could just use Buffer Overflow to prevent that villain card from destroying Buffer Overflow. That is correct. I forgot about that key fact. Oh well, I'm going to discard Exploit Vulnerability, and certainly I'm going to discard Unique Capabilities, right? Nah. I think I'm gonna lose Eye on the Prize. And Feral Fury at least isn't of maximal effect right now. No Jim's hat in sight. Alright, so since we do have hyperactive senses, I could use this on Kismet, so I think I'm gonna just use base power on Kismet. Data mining. That's actually useful against Kismet. Alright, so am I really searching for Jim's hat, or am I trying to get like Naturalist cards? I think I want Naturalist cards. Shifter's Strength. Not particularly exciting with 2 cards in hand. So it's Unique Capabilities, the Caligonous form, and draw another Unique Capabilities. Perfect. Now I can get the other signature, get a Positive Energy, and now I have all my signatures. They are all in play. So the first time I deal damage, no, never mind, that one's not a signature. But I can still do this. She is gonna hit Idealist though, but that's okay. Team Communication, perfect. But yeah, Idealist took damage, so we should definitely heal her. And everyone else has only taken 1 point of damage, which is interesting. So I don't know if it particularly matters, but I guess Medico could have the Sentinels regain HP. So I'll just throw this on Parse, who can't regain HP naturally, and Chrono-Ranger, who doesn't have the bounty yet. Alright, so I still don't have the card I want, but if I get Sudden Contract out, I can actually, if I get Ultimate Target, actually, this will be nice when Kismet deals damage on Sentinel's turn. And now Masada is a better power, even though I don't need the irreducible effect. It does 1 more point of damage. Yay! Alright, so hyperactive senses on Kismet. And I guess I could try to find Naturalist cards with this. Alright, so Scattered Mind. That's going to affect Chrono-Ranger, which is not good. Imminent Destruction is annoying. It's going to deal 2 + 1 if the environment only plays 1 card, which it only would. But we have the Deadly Crocodile, which I certainly want, and a Threatening Stomp, which is okay. Yeah, put Deadly Crocodile on top so that we can double up on effects with Naturalist. And I don't really want Scattered Mind, but I guess we could data mine it away. Yeah, we can do that, I think. I could have discarded a card, though. I want to lose the environment destruction one, I think, so I'm going to undo that. Hyperactive Senses, Kismet, Naturalist, and then we're going to put the card I want discarded on top. So we'll discard Imminent Destruction, Deadly Crocodile on top, and then I can discard from Kismet, and then I get to discard from someone else. Does Chrono-Ranger have Ranger's Mark? He does. So if I discard a bounty, I could get it into play. I discarded Bounty Board. That's okay. Bounty Board's boring. We're talking about completionist guys in chat. I've not really played much Celestial Tribunal because I've not played Tabletop Sentinels in a long time, but I do find that one card interesting. I'm curious how, like if you bring in Legacy and then you use Legacy's power, which says until the start of Legacy's next turn, increase damage dealt by hero targets by 1. When does that expire? Does it expire in the environment turn? Does it expire immediately because Legacy's not really in the game? Or does that last permanently because there's no Legacy turn? That's one that is interesting. Alright, so I'm currently the Gazelle. So I could have someone draw 2 cards. I could use this to activate something and then draw a card, just so I don't need to Shifter's Strength. Actually, I think I'm just gonna have someone draw 2 cards. That someone probably being Naturalist, because he's hurting for cards. Deadly Crocodile, Threatening Stomp, and blend into the pack. Another Amphibious Chupacabra. The Talisman is flipping. And it's going in front of Chrono-Ranger. So Kismet's going to do a lot of damage right now. Scattered Mind. But now Chrono-Ranger may use a power. And if he does damage right now, he's going to have to discard a card, which is not terrible. I could discard Kill on Sight and then use Ranger's Mark to get it back into play. I could also just use the Talisman because this will control Kismet's deck a lot. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it now. So we have Karmic Disjunction, which does puts a lot of jinxes into play. Hapless Strike. Hero target with the highest deals a hero target with the lowest. Weak Heart is going to go on Idealist again. But who's the hero with the highest? That is either Parse or Naturalist going after Idealist. Yeah, I think Hapless Strike is fine. And then it'll be Cart. Kismet's likely to flip again, so as long as the second card from the top is not a lucky card, we're not going to get it into play immediately. Alright, so let's data mine Scattered Mind. And the Chupacabra is just going to go after the Talisman anyway, and it's going to flip it immediately, which is okay, because I don't want Kismet to deal lots of damage. I sort of prefer the front side in this setup. Oh, I destroyed one. I didn't actually want to destroy that. The Chupacabras are my friends! Alright, so I don't need to manipulate Kismet's deck. So let's go ahead and just hit Kismet. Extrasensory awareness. Alright, so... Naturalist is doing okay for cards, I think. Maybe? Well... Let's do Naturalist. Crafty Assault. And then Team Communication. We get a second chance. Blackout. Coordinated Assault. Restorative Burst. So Blackout on Kismet would be interesting. Because Kismet's damage is increased by 2, so she would hit herself for 4. She would also hit the Talisman for 4. But that's okay. Positive energy would provide for HP recovery, but we don't need HP right now, do we? Yeah. So Wraith has to deal damage this way. And now Kismet does lots of damage. And now Chrono-Ranger me is a power. Because Kismet did damage. Which Kismet was always going to do damage because of weak heart. Even though this is still going to hit Idealist for 2, I still like having that damage reduction there. There's the Sentinel tactics. So heal the Idealist, and then non-Sentinel people. Alright. Oh yeah, the challenge rule. Or no, the challenge rule. The Talisman is in Chrono-Ranger's play area, so it dealt Chrono-Ranger 4 fire damage. Ouch. That's okay. Compounded Bow would do 6 damage. Terrible Tech Strike would do more damage with the one-shot, but I could wait on that. Yeah, let's Compounded Bow. Compounded Bow is a good card. Because you can't scoff at 6 damage. Alright. So how about the chat chooses the damage type, just so we have some interaction here. This also gives me a chance to drink a little bit. Choose the damage type. What's your favorite damage type, guys? That question was not to the hero named guys, it was to the people in the chat. 1 vote Psychic, 1 vote Infernal. Should I wait for a vote or for 2 votes on one? Pants. I'm clicking on the spot where pants should be, but it's not working. I need to submit a bug report, because this pants button, for 1, you can't see it, and for 2, it doesn't work. Toxic. Jim's hat! We have the hat! Alright. Let's be a Dudley Crocodile for once. And now this would do 2 targets, 1 toxic versus 1 target, 2 melee. Or would I rather potentially triple up on icons? I think I just want to do damage. Because I think Kismet's gonna fall. Pants damage is often toxic. Mongolian Deathworm, Cryptid. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals the 2 targets other than itself with the highest HP, 3 melee damage, and 3 toxic damage. Then shuffle this card into the environment deck. So there we go. Chrono-Ranger may use a power. I'm gonna choose this one. Lightning! How shocking. Hapless Strike. One shot lucky. The hero target with the highest HP deals the hero target with the lowest HP 2 energy damage. Oh, and the Deadly Crocodile increased it. Womp womp. Alright, well, this game's gonna end probably. So it doesn't really matter what I do. Let's just end it. The only way I know how. Segmentation Fault. Chrono-Ranger. Displaced Armory. And Coordinated Assault, I think, is the best damage dealer. And then actually Mainstay's damage does more, or Mainstay's power does more damage. Chrono-Ranger means a power. And the game ends. What is this about trying to achieve a victory condition? I know, right? Like, aren't we supposed to be having fun? Winning the game is not necessarily fun. I mean, like you win, but it's not fun. You're supposed to make a game out of it. Alright. Well, we did 2 ultimate villains, and we won both of them quite handily. So, I'm just gonna move on. I should be destroying all the environment targets. I should remove all of the environment targets from the game instead. Alright, well, this third game of the evening is the random game. So, first order of business is to not look at the screen while I do this. It's very flashy, I know. We're doing a team game. This is the second team game I've done on stream, interestingly. Also gonna choose the difficulty, not looking at this because reasons. Ultimate, okay. And now I'm gonna mash the random button. I'm not looking at it, not looking at it. The ultimate game is Ultimate Proletariat, Ultimate Ermine, and Ultimate Fright Train against Redeemer Fanatic, Tempest, and Prime Wardens Haka in Tomb of Anubis. We are army of the people. We swing hammer of the people. Fall before the people. My faith is unwavering. My strength comes from grace alone. Okay. So I've not actually fought the Vengeance villains much in Challenge, so I'm going to read all of these. Proletariat, villain, the Everyman. Setup. At the start of the game, Proletariat enters play the Everyman side up. 2 cards named Proletariat are put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. Whenever this card will be dealt non-psychic damage, redirect that damage to the clone card with the lowest HP. At the end of Proletariat's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. Advanced. At the end of Proletariat's turn, move a clone card from Proletariat's trash into play. Challenge, the will of the people. Targets named Proletariat are immune to psychic damage. Alright. Ermine. Villain, Con Artist Extraordinaire. Setup. At the start of the game, Ermine enters play Con Artist Extraordinaire side up. Constant Prattle is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. At the end of Ermine's turn, the top card of Ermine's villain deck is revealed. If it is a one-shot, it is put into play. If not, it is discarded, and Ermine deals the hero target with the second lowest HP 2 melee damage. Advance. At the start of Ermine's turn, destroy 1 hero ongoing card and 1 equipment card. Challenge, Canny Thief. At the start of the game, Subtle Diversion and Uncatchable are put into play. And lastly, Fright Train. Villain, One-Track Warrior. Setup. At the start of the game, Fright Train enters play One-Track Warrior side up. Engine of Destruction is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. At the end of Fright Train's turn, Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage. Advanced. Increased damage dealt by Fright Train by 1. Challenge. All aboard! As long as Fright Train is a target, redirect all hero damage to Fright Train. Alright. Lots of things happening. So, targets named Proletariat are immune to psychic damage, and clones are constantly put from the trash into play. Ermine's gonna constantly destroy everything, and you can't hit her until you destroy Subtle Diversion and Uncatchable. And Fright Train, everything's getting redirected to Fright Train, so hope you like destroying Fright Train first, because he's your first target. Oh yeah, and our heroes. Fanatic starts with Aegis of Resurrection, Brutal Censure, Sanctifying Strike, and Smite the Transgressor. Tempest starts with Flash Flood, Grievous Hailstorm, Otherworldly Resilience, and Shielding Winds. Prime Warden Haka starts with Haka of Battle, Rampage, Taumoko, and Vitality Surge. This is going to be an awesome card. Alright, so Proletariat. Clone. At the start of Proletariat's turn, the Proletariat character card deals itself 1 psychic damage, except he's immune to psychic damage, so that doesn't matter. At the end of Proletariat's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. So 2 of those. Constant Prattle. Ongoing. At the end of Ermine's turn, discard the top card of each deck. Subtle Diversion. Ongoing. The first time Ermine would be dealt damage each turn, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP. Uncatchable. Ongoing. If Ermine would be dealt damage, prevent that damage and destroy this card. Engine of Destruction. Ongoing. Increase damage dealt by Fright Train by 1. Increase the first damage dealt to Fright Train each turn by 1. Proletariat is playing another Proletariat and is just going to beat up lots of things. Alright. So there's no point in playing the Aegis because Ermine will just destroy it. Brutal Censure will do 2 damage. Sanctifying Strike does 1 damage. Both of them involve card draws. One of these involve Fanatic regaining HP. This one deals 2 damage and use an additional power, but we won't have another one. So the question is, do we want to do 1 more point of damage to Fright Train versus regaining an HP? And I think this game's going to be quite interesting. I think I'm going to go, let's see. If I do Grievous Hailstorm, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets. Times 2 is 12. One of those is increased by 1. So Fright Train will not be destroyed by Tempest. Will most likely be destroyed by Haka's Rampage. So let's do Sanctifying Strike. You can't redirect to itself. She draws Absolution. And then she draws Embolden. And then she draws Consecrated Ground. Alright, so we can now deal with Subtle Diversion. Sleight of Hand. 1 shot. 1 player must put a card from hand on the top of their deck. Ermine deals each hero target 1 projectile damage. So someone's losing one of their cards because it's going to get discarded. And since Fanatic just drew a bunch of cards, she's probably a fine candidate. I don't think I'm likely to play Embolden, as fun as it is, because this requires a hero to have multiple powers, which means a hero needs to have multiple cards in play, which means that Ermine can't destroy too many things when she's destroying things. Long Con. 1 shot. Each player discards 1 card. Ermine regains 3 HP. So we're losing another card. Yeah, Smite the Transgressor, I think, at this point. I don't think Shielding Winds is going to be effective. I guess it could help prevent Fright Train from doing too much damage. But I want to save the other ones. And I'm going to ditch Vitality Surge. And then lots of discards. The only one that's really sort of relevant is whether Proletariat discarded a Proletariat, and he did. So that card is going to enter play. Unless we somehow deal with Proletariats. Or enough Proletariats. Okay. Well, I think if I don't deal damage to Fright Train... Actually, depending on what Fright Train plays, Haka might destroy all the villain, or deal enough damage to Fright Train anyway. Because there are currently 6 villain targets, and Rampage does 5 damage per hit, so that's 30. First one's increased by 1. So I don't really want a Grievous Hailstorm or Squall. But I can just at least get Otherworldly Resilience out. Tempest gets the Genebound Shackles. Very useful in Vengeance, actually. Off the rails! One shot. Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 projectile damage. Destroy 1 hero target with 2 or fewer HP. So actually, Shielding Winds would have triggered there. Also would have triggered here. Wow, I'm dumb. Okay, whatever. It triggered twice. Would have triggered twice. Alright, Rampage! This order does not matter. And now Fright Train is dead already. Actually, this is interesting. I could destroy Uncatchable right now. I didn't realize this would... Like, I thought that the redirect would factor in first. And then Uncatchable would get destroyed on the second hit. But actually, if I destroy Uncatchable, what happens here? Let's see. Let's destroy Uncatchable and see what happens with damage. Because actually, this might be better. Except now, Fright Train's going to have 1 HP. Well, I guess that's okay. It could possibly be hit by the environment. And now I could play something. It's multiple would-be dealt damages. Okay. Because this is would-be dealt damage. This is... Oh no, it's us. Fright Train's also would-be dealt damage. Okay, yeah, I see. I just thought that redirect would factor first and then damage prevention. But no, I see what you mean. My bad. Like, I'm tempted to rewind to Tempest's turn and actually using Squall. But actually that Rampage didn't hit the heroes at all, so that's probably a little better. Because certainly Fanatic could just Brutal Censure or Consecrated Ground to take out Fright Train if needed. Elbow Smash. Swinging Blades. That will take out Fright Train. Oh, I didn't actually read it. Trial. At the end of the environment turn, deal each target 3 melee damage. At the start of the environment turn, a hero target may take 1 melee damage. If they take damage this way, destroy this card. It's actually an interesting trade-off. Do you want to take 3 damage across the board or take 1 damage? And actually, this is decent in a Vengeance game because this will damage lots of things. Ermine's going to redirect it, though. And that is something to consider. She redirects to the hero target with the highest. So we probably want that to be Haka because he has damage reduction. So let's hit Fanatic and Tempest first. Oh no, Tempest also has reduction, right. So it doesn't really matter here then. I'll throw it on Haka because he has more HP recovery. Fright Train can't take it for Ermine because Fright Train only redirects from damage from hero targets, or hero damage total. But now this doesn't matter. Fright Train will die, Proletariat will redirect to 1 Proletariat who will then die. So the good news is we'll have 1 fewer Proletariat, even if he pulls 1 from his trash. Even when he pulls 1 from his trash, rather. Alright. The Radioactivist. Nemesis. At the end of Proletariat's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 1 fire damage. Unity is not active in this game. Alright, so it doesn't really matter here because they're both going to get hit, but then Tempest will be hit twice for 2... No, never mind. Otherworldly Resilience is coming in handy. Oh no, yeah, the second, or the third Proletariat. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, currently we're going to be losing... Oh no, she's only going to destroy one hero ongoing card, so we actually can save either Otherworldly Resilience or Talmoko. But Aegis and Absolution would get destroyed. But I definitely want to lose Subtle Diversion. And now I can actually hit Ermine. So let's try to get rid of her because she's going to keep destroying our stuff. Radioactivist is actually not too bad. It's only 1 damage, so I don't want to prioritize him. Proletariat's going to redirect, but at least I could... I think we're going to do Grievous Hailstorm, and then we'll be able to take out 2 of the Proletariats. Absolution and Consecrated Ground. Alright, so which one do we want to lose? Man. Well, what is she gonna do? She does damage to the hero with the 2nd lowest, which is currently Tempest. So let's destroy Talmoko. Sleight of Hand. I think we already... No, did we? No, we didn't read this one. 1 shot. 1 player must put a card from hand on the top of their deck. Ermine deals each hero target 1 projectile damage. I was wrong. We did read that. Okay. Never mind. I think, again, Fanatic. At least we have 2 absolutions. We can lose 1. But Tempest is still 2nd highest. So we can at least capitalize on otherworldly resilience. Discard a lot of cards. Okay. So or it's not Cold Snap. Grievous Hailstorm would take out the Proletariats. I want to get Genebound Shackles out someday. I'm not sure when that day will be. But there we go. And now I could destroy Otherworldly Resilience and get it back. Fanatic hits herself. She's okay with hitting herself. Also, Fright Train's reverse text says, at the start of Fright Train's turn, the hero target with the highest HP deals themselves 2 toxic damage. You should probably read all of these. Ermines, at the start of Ermine's turn, discard the top 2 cards of each hero deck. In Proletariats, at the start of the Proletariat's turn, shuffle the hero trash with the most cards into its associated deck. Okay. So I can at least elbow smash. Yeah, let's focus on Ermine. Because she sucks. Do I want to play Haka of Battle? I could give that to Fanatic if she's going to play Consecrated Ground, so yeah. Even though it's sort of nicer to do this when you have, like... Yeah, I'm going to keep Talmoko because I want damage reduction more. But, yeah. Haka needs cards. Haka of Restoration. Alright, so I don't think I want to keep this out. Actually, if I keep it out, we can take out the other Proletariat. And then Proletariat will take damage. That's a risky plan. I'm going to leave it out for 1 turn. I'm going to leave it out for 1 turn and see what happens. Rod of Anubis. Treasure Relic. When a trial card is destroyed, 1 player may place this card in their play area. They gain the following power. Power. Your hero deals 1 target 2 infernal damage. Alright, so order matters here. Now Proletariat will take damage. And hopefully that was not a bad idea. Share into Struggle. 1 shot. Reveal cards from the top of Proletariat's deck until 2 clone cards are revealed. Put them into play. Shuffle the other revealed cards into Proletariat's deck. So we have 2 clones. And then he's going to pull another clone from his trash again. But that's okay. Swinging Blades will at least keep taking the Proletariats out. Sort of. Again, if I play an equipment, it gets destroyed. We're probably going to lose Otherworldly Resilience this turn, though. If I destroy... Is there... Do I need to worry about ongoing cards? Probably do. What's in Ermine's deck still? 2 impromptu heists and an uncatchable. Proletariat. Oh no, he does have flanking maneuvers. And defensive formation. Constant Prattle just keeps discarding cards, but that's not really hurting us. I could kill Swinging Blades and get the Rod. And I could give that to, like, Fanatic, so she has a damage dealer. Or Haka, for that matter. I don't think I want to use Consecrated Ground to get rid of the Swinging Blades, though, because it's really easy to get rid of. Just take 1 damage. Think Brutal Censure. Just keep piling damage on Ermine. Prayer of Desperation. And Divine Focus. And Sacrosanct Martyr. So I want to keep the Grievous Hailstorm. Heavy Hitter. Well, there goes the Grievous Hailstorm. 1 shot. Move 1 hero, ongoing, or equipment card from plays to the top of the associated hero's deck. Ermine deals hero target with the second lowest HP 3 melee damage. So let's just throw that on Fanatic. So our HP is getting pretty low. That I don't want to keep Swinging Blades in play, I think. So... Let's see, Genebound Shackles I wanted to play, but now Proletariat is the highest HP target, so it's not fully effective. So I think it's just Otherworldly Resilience, and I might as well use Squall. This doesn't matter. Tempest gets a localized hurricane! Kind of dangerous, but with Otherworldly Resilience it's okay. Alright, so I think it's Talmoko and then play Haka of Restoration on Fanatic. Got another Rampage. Because Fanatic is the only one that can take damage from Swinging Blades to destroy it. And now I can move this to Fanatic. I think is the best move. Spike Trap. Trial at the end of the environment turn, a player may destroy one of their equipment cards. To destroy this card, at the start of the environment turn, deal the target with the lowest HP 3 melee damage. That's okay. That will probably hit clones, which is fine. Hermetic, Nemesis. At the end of Proletariat's turn, each hero target deals itself 1 infernal damage. And Scholar is not active in this game. And it's actually okay because only Fanatic will take the damage. Thanks to these otherworldly resiliences and Talmokos. Okay. Again, if I play an equipment card, it gets destroyed. I could play Sacrosanct Martyr and keep Otherworldly Resilience and Talmoko in play. Divine Focus deals villain target with the highest HP. That will be a Proletariat, so it's not really super nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to keep the ongoings in play. So Sacrosanct Martyr and then Rod of Anubis, because I don't want Fanatic to take more damage. Just try to hit Ermine. Take out Ermine. Fanatic dealing infernal damage? What? It's evil Fanatic! Equity. Nemesis. At the end of Ermine's turn, this card deals the hero target with the second highest HP 2 melee damage. Naturalist is not active in this game. Well, we're losing the ongoing card again. So Talmoko or Otherworldly Resilience. I think Talmoko. And I'll just hit Tempest. Now this one, there's no damage reduction, but I'll still hit Haka. We're pretty banged up. If I do a Rampage, I will be able to take out all the Proletariats and then hit Proletariat. Or I'll take out all the clones and then hit the main Proletariat. And there will still be a villain target with 1 HP. Oh, never mind. There's still 1 Proletariat. No, I guess I can hit it with Tempest. And actually, if I do Squall, I can get Equity down to 1. Alright, I'm going to play Genebound Shackles, even if it's going to get destroyed, ultimately. I was thinking of doing Localized Hurricane, but I think this is better. Vicious Cyclone. And then Fanatic. And then Haka. No, it doesn't really matter the order here. This order matters. I was thinking of card plays. This super matters. I need to take out the clones first. And now the order doesn't matter. So this hurts a lot, but now Ermine should be going fast. Mare. Idol of Anput, Treasure Relic. When a trial card is destroyed, one player may place this card in their play area. They gain the following power. Power, regain 2 HP. So let's not destroy a card, but let's be careful that there's something for Spike Trap to go after. Regroup and recover. One shot. Destroy all clone cards. Proletariat regains 3 HP for each card destroyed this way. Play the top card of Proletariat's deck. It's super good that I destroyed all the clone cards. Share in the struggle. One shot. Reveal cards from the top of Proletariat's deck until 2 clone cards are revealed. Oh, I already read this one. There are no more clones! No more clones! Alright. Ermine's at 4. Can I do enough damage to take out Ermine? Rod of Anubis does 2 damage, so can I do 2 damage with Fanatic? If I put out Divine Focus... No, that doesn't go after Ermine. Shoot. Absolution does 3. Consecrated Ground does 1. Shoot. Ermine's gonna destroy stuff. So if I want to keep the Genebound Shackles, I need to put out an equipment for Ermine to destroy. So I'll put out Absolution. She'll regain a hit point from that. And now I'm gonna do Radiant damage for the first time in this game. And actually, no, I guess I did do Radiant with a one-shot. Holy Nova. That would have been useful earlier. Oh, there goes Otherworldly Resilience. Oh yeah, and I also have Taiaha. I can lose Absolution though. Long Con. Oh, she's gonna recover. Shame on you. I'm afraid to play Localized Hurricane at this point, but Vicious Cyclone we don't have enough cards for. And we're moving another card. Why do you keep doing this, Ermine? Why do you keep messing up everything? Haka has no cards. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, Genebound Shackles. Ermine in Advanced is super annoying because she keeps destroying my things. Oh man, and now Localized Hurricane is so terrible to play, but at least with Taiaha I can destroy Ermine with Squall. And Spike Trap will take out the clone. Okay. That's what I can do. Did we mention Ermine sucks? Cleansing Downpour, yay, okay. Ermine sets them up and Proletariat knocks them down. Alright, so Haka is pretty low on HP. So Spike Trap needs to go after Proletariat. And he is. It is Taumoko. Alright, we're down to Proletariat. Anubis, Lord of the Underworld. Anubis is immune to damage from environment cards. The first time a non-environment card is destroyed each turn, this card deals the non-environment target with the second highest HP 2 infernal damage. Which is annoying. Because we're going to get a clone card back. And we have Doc Tusser, Nemesis. At the end of Proletariat's turn, this card deals the hero target with the second lowest HP, 1 projectile damage. Chrono-Ranger is not in this game. Okay, actually Anubis will go after him instead, which is fine. This doesn't matter because the clone's gonna hit the other. Although I guess Doc Tusser could hit someone. Well, just Haka. Haka. If only Fanatic had drawn her thing, although it wouldn't have mattered because it would take out Proletariat instead. Okay, well. Who's the streamer tonight? This is Lou Dolphin. I think Holy Nova and Cleansing Downpour is going to keep us alive. Final dive. Discards. Okay. Yeah, Cleansing Downpour. I want HP. At least the Spike Trap will take out the clone, or Tosser. Well, yeah, that's actually a little annoying. Okay, Taumoko. So if I take out the clone, then I need to hit. Oh no, wait. It's gonna hit Doc Tusser for 2. Yeah, I would have to hit Doc Tusser. That's okay. Because I don't want it to go after Fanatic. Okay. Oh, and that hit Tempest, right. Okay, whatever. Cast into the Underworld. Increase damage dealt by environment targets by 1. At the start of the environment turn, if there are 3 or more environment cards in play, destroy this card. So it will destroy itself easily. Still have to be careful with Spike Trap. Victor. Nemesis. At the end of Proletariat's turn, destroy all targets with 2 or fewer HP. Ugh. Oh, that's actually super bad. If Tempest is active in this game, increased damage dealt 2 hero targets by 1. So Haka is now... Nope, Haka's alive. Proletariat clone is gonna... Or no, Victor is gonna... Never mind, okay. Victor's not triggering right away. Oh man, that was scary. I should just end this game. But Victor went first. There was no hero target with 2 or fewer. It could have destroyed all of my character cards. But it didn't, which is good. Okay. So I'm gonna final dive. Victor's down. Yeah. There we go. Clone is dead. So now just whittle on Proletariat. Can we do this? Can we do enough damage? Oh man. No, now Spike Trap's gonna go after Fanatic. I think I need to flash flood it. Because localized Hurricane would do 3, and Haka could do 3 and 3. Nope, no, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. We're gonna Spike Trap freaking Proletariat. Yeah, I forgot about Elbow Smash. I forgot about Elbow Smash. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, guys. We're gonna Spike Trap and win the game. Unless something happens on the environment turn. Okay. Who's considered to have the lowest HP? What was this about victory conditions, John? Go after Fanatic and then things happen? No. Just no. Just no. No. Just no. We did it. We're not gonna touch this. We're just gonna finish it. Ultimate vengeance. Victory. Well, I'm super happy that I looked at Haka's hand because I almost just destroyed Spike Trap to keep Fanatic alive. But that was close. That was close. And that was a fun game. The first 2 Ultimate games, they were sort of easy, pedestrian, brain dead. This one, down to the wire. Oh man. I mean, it's really satisfying when you're finishing a game with HP totals of 1, 1, and 3. No one was incapped. Someone was almost incapped. If you removed Spike Trap, Anubis would have killed me. I don't actually think so. I think. Because Anubis, the first time a non-environment card is destroyed. So Spike Trap is an environment card, it would not trigger. But that was that was intense. Oh man. Alright, well I'm happy about that game. Now it is 10:14, which is really late for a Dolphins dive stream, but it's been at least 2 hours though, because I did start late. So I am gonna be done for tonight, I think. Because it is rather late. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these games. Hope you got some strategic info out of me. Be sure to follow Handelabra if you haven't already. Handelabra Games right here. Just click the follow button in the upper... Where is it? Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm in the lower right corner. You can follow Handelabra Games. You can follow me. I'm Dolphin here. I'm in chat. I am the streamer. Follow me if you haven't. Be sure to follow me if you haven't. I sometimes stream Sentinels, not too frequently to be honest, but I do have a YouTube channel where I do put like weekly one-shot videos on, although I've missed the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to get back to that at some point. But you can just follow Handelabra Games on Twitch, or just Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. If you've not played Sentinels of the Multiverse, and you're watching the stream, and you want to get Sentinels of the Multiverse, you can always get it through iOS, Android, PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam. And you can also just get the physical game via Greater Than Games. Because tabletop games are fun, and you should invest. You can get the game and more info at sentinelsdigital.com. Is there anything else I need to say? Watch Sentinels live on Tuesdays for Jeremy and John doing live shenanigans. Watch Tales of the Archive on Saturday for storytelling with Another Letdown / Diamond CZD / what's his name? I should know his name. I don't remember his name. He has a name. You should listen to him. He has a name. Zach, that's his name. You followed Lou Dolphin. I would recommend following too. Parentheses, not a paid sponsorship. Indeed, not paid at all. What else? Anything else? I don't know what else. Villains of the Multiverse is currently in development. I'm not a part of that though. I mean, I am a beta tester, so I can't actually see it behind the scenes, but I'm not actually a part of the development process. But that's coming out at some point in the future. And of course, Oblivion is coming out at some point in the future. Alright, I think that's it. Have a good night, all. What music should we end with? I'm gonna listen to some villain theme because it's shorter. We fought Gloomweaver, and I think he has some pretty cool music. Yes, we're gonna listen to this.